Welcome back, you beautiful bastions of freedom. Today we are going to talk about something that is occurring right now. We apparently have a new terrorist attack that's happening in Australia during a Hanukkah event. Yep, shocking. I know. I can't see it coming either. We're going to walk through the entire thing. This is pretty crappy. But don't worry, suicidal empathy is going to make an appearance too, because very quickly it's all about inclusion and diversity is our strength, when you know that's a dead giveaway for something. All right, we're going to walk through the entire thing. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on if you want to take part in defeating these gun controllers here and abroad. I would love to have your support. All right, let's keep on going. Here we go. Mass shootings are preventable by passing common sense gun laws. Okay, if you guys know, for a while, if you're one of the older guard on this channel, you know that gun control, fighting gun controllers, and basically pushing 2A rights for every citizen in the United States is one of my sweet spots. It's my expertise level. Fighting gun controllers and defeating their really, really dumb talking points, that's kind of my sweet spot. But when we're talking about the newer people who are in the channel, 115,000 people have joined the ranks in the last 3 months. These people are going to penalize you and everyone that you hold dear, and every right that you hold dear, because of criminal behavior, because criminals act in a criminal manner and act horribly. You can't have your rights. Okay? Mass shootings are preventable by passing common sense gun laws. Okay, we had a shooting yesterday in Brown University in Rhode Island with extremely stringent gun control laws. I haven't even touched that one yet. In fact, I was spinning that up when the Australia terrorist attack just hit. Australia has already confiscated firearms from people. They already have extreme gun control laws. So you just keep on telling me when these gun controls are going to magically work because the criminals are going to criminal. It doesn't matter what you say. It's almost like they just don't care because they're criminals by definition. All right, let's keep on. We've got to jump over to Australia. This is the news that's coming out of Australia right now. We have got, I believe, 13 people taken to the hospital following the shooting. I believe 10 are dead, and I think 22 overall are wounded. This is really not a good attack. But do you know how it's a attack by a very specific group of people? When the media lines up and the politicians line up and say this immediately. Okay, I'm going to get through all the details. Watch this. This is suicidal empathy at work.
We don't want to speculate on what the factors are that have contributed to this awful tragedy that seems to be of a huge scale. You know, the fact that we know that 10 people have lost their lives today is utterly horrendous, and you know, my heart breaks for those people and their families and for the communities affected across the world. I think it's important to note that the escalation of this narrative of who we're against and how much we want to divide each other and how much we want to attack each other, that is really at the core of a lot of the problems that we have in the country at the moment. And I firmly believe that people are good and that given the opportunity, they will look out for each other. And I just want to say that as much as possible, we should try and detoxify the way that we think of people who aren't like us, because our diversity in this country is our strength. And I firmly am on the side of working together and celebrating our difference, because, you know, I...
Okay, you want to know the definition of suicidal empathy? While 10 people are dead at a Hanukkah celebration from an accepted and announced and proven terrorist attack, all caught on video. I'm not going to show the video here because A, it's not cool, and B, I just, no. But genuinely, suicidal empathy is when you are looking at a whole lot of dead bodies of a specific type and specific religion and specific race, targeted because they were of that race and specific religion by another group that you dare not say, but diversity is our strength. People are genuinely good, including the ones that want to kill you. Including the ones that want to take up guns in a gun control zone where everything's been taken from the population. They're sitting ducks, and they can just be killed on Bondi Beach about 2 hours ago. Just let me know when, because here's the way that it works. Here's the simple formula if you're not familiar with this. Again, I have a lot of experience in the gun control fight. So when it's a right-leaning person or a person who's not in one of the protected classes, like, oh, I don't know, you'll figure it out. When it's not those special people, it's guns are bad. Your rights are bad. How dare you do that? Common sense gun laws. Take more guns away. Oh my God, it's the freedoms that you espouse that are the problem. When it is someone who's on the protected class side, like, oh, I don't know, like a terrorist, a freaking terrorist, it's, oh my God. Remember, inclusion is everything. Diversity is our strength. This is not all people. Okay, listen. Suicidal empathy is when you devote yourself to a complete and total cause, which is liberalism, which in my opinion is a mind virus, because you can look at people literally shooting you. And oh my God, did you consider the inclusive nature of our politics and how amazing it would be for our country to continue to expose ourselves to these types of absolute violent rhetoric, violent actions, because diversity is our strength? Do you think the people who are killing people indiscriminately based off of their race or religion is going down the mantra of our inclusion and our acceptance and diversity is our strength? Or do you think they're trying to actively kill everyone not like them? I'm sorry, suicidal empathy overrides your logic in order to score virtue signal points. If they do it on the left in the gun control spaces in the United States, they do it in the gun control spaces in Australia. They do it everywhere because leftist liberalism is a religion. If you violate the tenets of religion by saying something like, hey, maybe the terrorists shouldn't be terrorists, oh my God, are you blaming their upbringing? Are you an Islamophobe? Are you a phobophobe? Are you an ist of some kind? I mean, it is mind-boggling. It is a freaking virus. And here you go. Here's the active video. I'm not going to play the actual audio of this, but these are people running away from a Hanukkah celebration in Bondi Beach in Australia, a complete and total gun control nation that had all of their guns actually mandated confiscation. I can't imagine how this is possible in a zone where there are no guns. It is really, really weird. It's almost like gun control is only meant to control those who are following the rules. Pause for dramatic effect. 10 people are dead, 22 others are wounded, and Chris Murphy's over here doing something about the Brown University shooting, which I'll cover in a later video. But you are actively looking at suicidal empathy on parade because while people are running away, people are scurrying for their lives, no way to defend themselves at all. They are completely and totally at the will and whim of evil. These people are sitting here telling you that it's perfectly fine. You've got to be inclusive. You've got to have so much diversity because that is your strength. You know what? I'm going to be really honest and say something really crazy. Maybe, just maybe, we don't worry so much about diversity being our strength and inclusion. And maybe we worry about policies that actually protect our rights and our people. We don't worry about suicidal empathy overriding our basic logic and reasoning because you want to have virtue signals to be the purest liberal leftist bleeding heart that you possibly can. Because what you're seeing actively in real time are gun control cities, states, and nations falling at the mercy of people who don't care about their laws, want to kill individual groups of people based off their race and their religion, and they just actively want to kill anybody and everybody, but then you've got to be inclusive while you get punched right in the face. Y'all, 10 people are dead, 22 more are wounded, 13 going to the hospital. What do you need? And before the lefties line up to get in my comments and start telling me that if guns didn't exist, really? It's a gun control freaking nation. It's a gun control state in Rhode Island. All of these things I've got for you. More updates are going to be following, but I'm not going to hold back because actively these people are devoid of basic logic and reasoning, and I'm just going to say it. Anyway, listen, that's what I've got for you guys. I will keep you updated on this as more of these things come out, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.